Are we good? Hey, what's up? All right, there we go. It looks like I'm live. Oh, this is control. I think. I'm not sure how long this is going to be on. I just kind of want to test things out early on. But the longest this is going to go for is maybe an hour, but you never know. All right, I was going to stream this earlier today too, and well, that clearly didn't happen. I'm trying to figure out what I want to use for this controller. What I want to do, honestly, is I would love to play this game and lock it to a lower frame rate. I don't see an option for that, unfortunately. Like, there's all this stuff here, but there's no, like, you know, half refresh rate options or anything. Oops, hold on. All right, let's go. Start a new game. Yes, I'm ready. That's right. I switched it because the load time seemed faster on 12, but it might have just been the first time I loaded the game. I was making it feel like that.
Fair warning. This is gonna be weirder than usual. Can't be helped. You called me. So here I am. I know I shut you out sometimes. I'm always glad to hear from you. It's just that I get my hopes up. So many times it's led to nothing. I found nothing. It's like we live in a room, and there's a poster on the wall. We stare at it and we think that's the whole world. The room and the poster. The picture's something nice. A landscape, a famous person. Like in that movie, what is it called? The prison movie. The room's a cell, and the picture, it's different for each of us. It can be beautiful or terrible, but we're all transfixed. But it's all a lie. Something to distract us from the truth. They're lying to us. We're lying to ourselves. The room's not the world. The world is much bigger and much stranger. There's a hole hidden behind that poster that leads to the real world. We all feel safe in that room. But sometimes something crawls out from behind the poster. And the ones that see it happen freak out and try to forget what they saw. I'm here. Why did you bring me here?
Hello?
Yep, there we go.
Anyone here?
Federal Bureau of Control. All these years I've been looking for them and they were hiding in plain sight.
I feel like I'm missing something in here. Like I walked past something, but who knows? No. Check these out. There's a lot of them. I will probably look through those later or something.
Hey, excuse me.
There you are. You are here about the job. Janitor's assistant. You need to go to the interview. Go that way to the elevator.
Thanks. Elevator that way. Got it.
Very good. I'm Ahti, the janitor, by the way. You'll work for me. You can say I sent you. If they don't hire you, niin Johan helvet. There be work for the axe. Take them behind the sauna, jumalauta.
I've done enough night shift loner jobs to know it makes us come off weird. Ahti the janitor is a friendly face in my book.
Better than somebody with no face at all. Think about it. No face.
But that said, I know what you're thinking. If there's an axe murderer around, that's him. The cell and the poster. I was 11 years old the first time I saw behind the poster. They told me I imagined it. I've been trying to pull it down ever since. Will you help? Did I lose you there for a moment? You know what's on my mind. My baby brother, Dylan. 17 years since the men of this bureau took him. Shit. Shit. You want me to pick it up? The murder weapon? Really? And there goes the poster.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it.
Look at this place. Where am I?
Oh, hold on a second. Okay. All the board's instructions. The astral plane challenge. Melee.
The same gun. Okay, now I have a gun.
Looking for the aim assist. Ah, there we go. So weird doing this with the controller. I think I've been playing this with a mouse and keyboard every time I've touched it before, so. Is that it?
Something's coming. This threat. An attack. Duty as director. Keep the Bureau safe.
Did you hear that? It's the dead man. Right after the pyramid spoke to me, and it was just noise, and I understood every word. And this gun's alive. You know what? I'm happy. Happy to be here. Things have quieted down outside. Is it safe to go?
this map.
You can't let this happen. You can't let this happen.
All right, let me move a little bit. Oh boy.
You can't let this happen. 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 You stopped it. You. Oh, thank you. That was horror. Get the fuck away!
Oh jeez, it's mixing up the keys. I picked the mouse and keyboard, and it's like seems like the game is kind of confused right now.
The hotline. Secure line of communication. Guidance. Reach the hotline.
Line.
Yes, I switched back to controller because it feels, I don't know, there's something about the way this game feels where like, maybe it's the inputs? Like melee is on V, which makes sense except for the fact that you're running around and jumping and stuff, so it just feels a little bit weird. Words, phrase to use in the service of his, her country. Regret, proud / pride will be remembered. Words, phrases to avoid. Alaska, scissors, blood, bleed, loss, apologies / sorry.
Objects of power can cause or be results of AWE's altered world events, intrusions upon the perceived reality. A side note, remember to cover their connection to the astral plane as well. Now, the service weapon is, of course, a prime example of an OOP, a very powerful one. Ingrained in the Bureau's DNA, a key component in our prime candidate program. Come out of that Russian roulette a winner and you're it. Lose and you're, well, fired. Thank you. I'm Dr. Darling, Head of Research, Federal Bureau of Control.
Hang on a sec. So weird, there's like different art for like cover art or something that's out there. Almost done. Alright. Alright. What am I doing? I'm meaning to not check that too much because it's easy for me to just kind of get like bogged down in that stuff. I don't need to do that. But I did. No, I can't go there. Alright. So, the gun in this game, I'm gonna use up all my ammo. The thing is like, when you zoom out, that's when it reloads. So if I zoom in and just like let it sit for a minute, it'll just go back up. I don't know if I stay in. I guess it refills there too. That's cool.
Reminder, if you experience an unanticipated building shift, follow these simple steps. 1. Search the room for any altered items or objects of power. 2. Carry the altered item or object of power to the nearest safe room. 3. Wait for Bureau staff to find you and the object. If there are no altered items or objects of power in the vicinity, then reach your supervisor via the nearest intercom and await further instructions. Thank you for your attention.
I feel like this place would be a nightmare to work in. I mean, besides the obvious thing of there being floating bodies now, but like the idea of a building where everything is just constantly moving around. You can see the load-in attempting to happen. I don't think I got a... Nothing in there. I'm probably looking for like a key card or something. There we go. Oh wait, no, I was just in here. I'm an idiot. This is where I need to go. This is where they were coming from, I believe.
The hissing sound that tried to invade me earlier. The hiss. Burrowing into everything in this place. Is the hiss your enemy? Alright, it's our enemy. That babble's contagious. It burrows in like an infuriating melody that makes you hum it over and over.
I keep wanting to just like reload, but the gun just fills up on its own, so there's no reason to. Oh my goodness, I'm almost dead.
Must cleanse control points. An enemy. Corrupt. It's spreading.
Cleanse the control point. What does that mean? Help me fix it. Holy shit! You did it! We did it!
Hello? Can you hear me? Are you with us? With the Bureau? Are you still sane?
I can't tell you how happy I am to talk to somebody sane.
The feeling's mutual. Yeah, I'm Pope, Emily Pope, Dr. Darling's assistant.
My turn. Should I lie?
Jesse Faden. I'm just visiting.
I should have lied.
Oh, shit. You're the new director. Hold on. We're coming out.
Director Faden.
Call me Jesse.
Okay, Jesse. I'm Emily.
I've only played a little bit
Somehow,
past here, and then I'm
this
just
hostile
on my own after that
force,
point.
This
Hiss?
that works. Somehow the hiss managed to infiltrate the building without any warning.
And just like that, my name for it is official. The hiss. Like the sound of poison gas leaking in.
We're in full lockdown. It seems to have spread everywhere and to everyone not protected by an HRA. And, extraordinarily, you. You are the director, and that makes you special by definition. Trench is no longer the director, obviously. I'm sorry, I'm talking too much. This whole situation is just a lot.
Trench is dead. Shot.
Ah,
I found his body. And the gun.
Do I tell her it looked like a suicide?
the service weapon.
Also, and this can sound crazy, but he keeps appearing to me, saying things. It's hard to make out, but he told me to cleanse the control point, push the hiss out. The whole room shifted around.
You did that? And you entered the building when it was already in the lockdown before you became the new director? How?
I'm not ready to tell her about you yet.
A janitor let me in.
I love it. This is fucking unbelievable. I can't even... Look, Jesse, I have a million questions, and you probably have a million more.
Like, do you know my brother Dylan? Not yet.
But there's something I need to ask you to do first. If you can cleanse a control point, then you can maybe cure those infected or possessed by the hiss. Because if that's possible, our options are very different.
Emily Pope. I don't know her, but I like her already. She's the opposite of the faceless agency I've blamed for what happened to me for so long. But I can't trust her yet. Or rather, the Bureau she's a part of.
Yes. I can try.
I'm speaking for you, of course. We can try it together.
I appreciate how this game just starts and everything is just
I did it
happening.
before. Push the hiss out.
Like, I guess what I mean is there's like, I don't know, the story just starts and everything is already happening. Like, you don't have a lot of abilities. Like, I can't even use my gun at the moment. I've got melee and a gun. But I'm already, like, lost, but it seems like it's intentional. If that makes any sense. But it's not obnoxious? Weird.
hiss has burrowed too deep. Ripping it out rips them apart.
Like, she also sounds equally confused.
We need to make a plan, Jesse.
That makes it even more gooder.
I can't cleanse them.
I saw. It was worth a shot. Thank you, Director. Jesse.
I'm gonna tell her why I'm here. I'll risk it.
Listen, the Bureau was involved in an incident in my hometown, Ordinary, 17 years ago. The Bureau came in and covered the whole thing up. I've been looking for this place for a long time.
That's enough. Maybe that's too much already. I can't tell her about Dylan and the rest yet.
I've seen mentions of an Altered World event case dealing with Ordinary. You were at Ground Zero as a child? It was one of the big ones, and before my time. And very classified. I can try to dig out some old files for you. My boss, Casper Darling, would know, but he's missing. I think he knew this was coming, or suspected. He came up with the HRAs, the Hadron Resonance Amplifiers. I think they're what saved us. Or a few of us. And Director Trench would know.
Trench, the ghost, or whatever he is, he mentioned something called the Hotline. Said I should find it.
It's another object of power, like the gun, an old Bakelite telephone. A direct line of communication between the director and the board. Maybe he can talk to you more clearly through that. I mean, Trench has years and years of experience. He might know how to destroy the hiss.
Where is the hotline?
It's kept in the communications department through the mailroom. It's part of this sector, so we can access it even with the lockdown in place. We'll get the door open for you.
Okay, that's my next stop.
That's Tomasi's department. He's the head of communications. I don't think he had an HRA. He kind of made a point about not wearing one earlier. Keep an eye out.
They call me the director. But that's not me. I'm not a director type. I'm not a leader. Why am I here? I think you already know. Yes, I came for my brother, but there are other reasons too. I said I was looking for answers, but I might never understand them. I'm not looking for proof. This is already it. More than enough. No matter what they told me all those years, I know it's real now. I didn't imagine this. I want to be a part of this world. What scares me shitless is that I finally found it. Only to see the hiss destroy it all.
I know this is all new to you, so don't hesitate to ask me anything you want to know. There are no stupid questions. The door to the hotline should be in the communications department.
Where did the hiss come from?
I'm not sure. You said the hiss was here when you entered. Did you see anything like that outside before you came in?
No. No, just inside.
The source is internal then. See, the oldest house is a sprawling complex with openings to other places as well. I don't even know where to start looking. But in the context, it's good news. The lockdown holds. The hiss escaping the building would be the end. Pretty shitty world out there if you ask me, but I wouldn't want the hiss to destroy it.
With you on that, Emily.
You mentioned the oldest house. What is it?
This building, the Bureau headquarters, the oldest house, is a shifting place. You've seen it. It transcends its physical limits.
I've been to New York a few times. How didn't I notice this place?
It's an attribute of the building. This is a place of power. The oldest house doesn't like attention, so unless you're purposely trying to find it, you don't, which is perfect for us. The work we do here is essential, but unstable. The Bureau prefers not to be noticed. And we need strong walls to make sure nothing gets out.
So without you, I never would have found the front door.
Okay. This Trench guy. I keep hearing him in my head. Is he a ghost? Haunting me?
I doubt we're talking about a ghost in the traditional sense, but an echo maybe. See, if he was killed by the service weapon, your gun, maybe it's his final thoughts recorded by the bullet in his brain, like a deep space probe sending back data. But that's just a hypothesis on my part. I'd need the gun to research it. But you better hold on to that given the circumstances.
I think I will. Yeah. Can you tell me what an object of power is exactly? This is all, well, new to me.
Don't worry, I love going over the basics. So objects of power are mundane objects that house paranatural energies and have developed a link to the astral plane and can thus be controlled, which is what differentiates them from altered items, which are still housings of paranatural forces, but are more volatile and cannot be bound in the peri-utilitarian sense. Got it?
Did she memorize this?
Got
Oh
it.
boy.
Thanks. So HRA stop you from becoming Hiss?
Well, it seems that way. I mean, I hadn't even heard of an HRA until a few weeks ago when Dr. Darling started handing them out. Well, I began analyzing mine as soon as I got it. I mean, each one seems to emit a powerful short-range frequency way beyond anything I've ever seen.
Doesn't the timing seem suspicious?
I thought that too. Dr. Darling usually likes to unveil his latest breakthrough in big presentations. With these, he just passed them out. Yeah, his behavior makes me wonder what exactly he knew.
Alright.
Thanks, Emily. I'm sure I'll have more questions soon.
Just let me know.
What was that? Oh, that's nothing. There is a detail about some of the stuff in this game that I think is really, really, really cool. Alright, so this is the loadout. I just picked up a weapon mod, I believe. So I haven't figured out what this is yet. The only person you should fail is yourself. Alright. Anyway, so we'll go to the loadouts here. So got the grip, and then I'm gonna go in here, and then you get these different things in here. So this does increased its damage against enemy armor. And I've got these here too. Which the thing is I don't know, one of these gives me more health when I pick up items, the other one or pick up like health shards, and the other one just raises my normal health. So decisions. I'll probably go with this. Because it seems like, I don't know, I'm probably wrong, but it seems like when you shoot people, they drop health. Where's that detail? Where the communications department is. Can't go in there. Oh, cool. All right. Again, this fits into my thing of I think it's super, super, super cool. How you can read stuff in games now. There's a guitar for sale. Turns out it's pretty hard. If interested, see Greg in maintenance, $50. Food left in refrigerator and containment break room 3B has been known to vanish. Plan accordingly. There we go. Communications department.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
I want to save all of these. I love them. Grab this stuff. This is important. Yikes. And I'm dead. Can't go in the red areas. Let's see these loading times. When I had first loaded this, the load times here for some reason for like 45 seconds, it was ridiculous. So I was thinking, I was like, man, is it not on my SSD? Which it was. I almost reinstalled the game just to make sure it's on the right hard drive. But then I tried the DX12 version, which for some reason seemed like at the time it was loading faster. So we'll see. It seemed like it was loading faster and running a little bit better. Doesn't really make any sense because I've got a 1060 instead of a 2060. Not too bad.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
I haven't figured out if the stuff that you pick up comes back or not. There's something about this game too where it always feels like it's not this kind of game, but it seems like there should be some sort of a cover system, you know, but like I got crouching, but the solution seems to be just keep moving, which is what the game tells you during the long screens anyway, so. Alright. I don't remember. I probably never even looked in there. Okay, let's see where to. Oh, there's like something right here. Can't get to yet. I'm headed over this way to the dead letters. I love those like title cards. So cool. Yikes. Oh my god, go faster. Jeez. Oh, what happens? Reload faster. I know words good. Communications department.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
All right.
Communications. We're on the right track.
I should check upstairs because this seems out of the way before I forget about it. Internet is not for social media use. No FBC materials of any kind. Scanner uploaded. FBC email addresses are for work-related correspondence only. Level 5 clearance required to access internet. Cubicles, black rock shell gets damaged. Vacated immediately and alert Mr. Tomasi. If you notice any text in your work that you do not recall writing, vacate your cubicle immediately. Mr. Tomasi. Do not connect internal comm devices to the network. Printers for communications department use only. Altered items are forbidden in the cubicles. And notify security for any breaches. Okay.
object of power.
Oh no. Son of a gun. Random crash. Let's try DX12. Hang on. Hopefully this works. I don't know. Every time I have multiple save slots in the game and I hit continue, I'm like, oh, what's it gonna do? What's it gonna do? The other save slot is, yeah, it's almost here. Oops, I need to see if this is actually showing up okay. Yeah, it looks like it is. Alright, let's continue.
Communications.
I don't know if I have this video now, so I'll just go ahead and start this. And hit back.
Just look at it.
Then it's saved in my log and I can check it out later if I want to. Oh, nope, there's nothing in here. Here's that thing upstairs, I forgot about that. Already. Oh, it's already, okay, I got it.
An object of power. Looks like the hiss have latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, Unless You, could refer to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around got real annoying real fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I sided with the fixers, obviously, because they had the coolest tech and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, if I had to choose between some hoity-toity flowers and gun space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know who I'm picking. That scene where they invade City Planet and convert the entire population using those brainworms, and that space dogfight between those two ace pilots signed me the fuck up. And it ruined the whole thing for me was when my favorite character got killed not even halfway through the story by getting a battery cylinder launched into his face by a gravitational anomaly. Oh, that's weird. That didn't feel necessary at all. Oh, that's good. That's good. That seems like that was referring to that dude that just died right here in front of me. It's probably what the game is referencing about, you know, if something weird happens. An object of power. Soon I will have the power. It's the floppy disk.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
I was gonna say, this seems like a very right bumper thing to do. Love it. Man. The particles in this game and the fact that I can grab this and then still use it is super cool. Oh, that's... the actual key. So wild, dude. It's so strange. I love it. It's just something about the idea of being like, alright, well, what if you break this? We should let the player use the particles that they just destroyed as projectiles too. See, I guess maybe it's the aim assist thing, but like that right there seems like it's a lot harder to do if you're using a mouse and keyboard. Because you actually have to like aim it. But this seems like it just sort of like locks on, which is how I would kind of want it to work. It's different. If I was playing multiplayer, I'd probably want to like have to actually aim it, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Because it makes you feel like I can aim at somebody.
There you are.
Line up my next shot while I throw something at somebody else if I need to.
I got it.
Oh jeez. I heard them shooting, I just don't see where they are. Launch efficiency. Oh, I'll pass. I think this is something that a lot of games have done for a while. I think Battlefield 3 had this back in like 2012 or whatever. But like, huge fan of that. When games do that, is the foam and the fire extinguishers when they just kind of like spread. Really cool.
Emily said that the hotline can be reached through the mailroom.
There's this thing in this game where I don't know why that's happening still. Anyway, like any sort of like cups that you come across, like if I don't know if it's a, let's just say it's a drink, if it's a soda, it will just say like soda on the can, which I think is really, really, really cool. It's a small detail that you would miss, but it totally makes sense for like this. National news sites have begun to stop publishing the story of the polar bear attack on the Alaskan town. You all know I don't like to boast, but claiming that the family was killed by migrating polar bears desperate for food because their ecosystem is being ruined by global warming was a stroke of genius. Using current ecological concerns makes the public much less likely to. So another AWE behind us, and the public is none the wiser. Well done, everyone. It was a strong campaign and perfectly executed. This doesn't mean we can stop monitoring and for any off-message opinions, but it's looking like we're in the clear. Dig that. Dig it. Load in. Let me read you. I don't know, this has gotta be, or it's like a weird like GPU thing. Oh, whatever. I'll come across another one of those. Something about the items. Where am I going to? Mailroom? Here we go.
This must open the door.
Fast travel. Only had 3 points, but whatever. Fast travel to places, that's cool. There it is. It's supposed to say anything about, is this a stapler or an altered item? Don't take office equipment outside of the building. If you notice the gun too, because this gun is like special, it's like twitching. Like it's constantly sort of shifting, which is a really cool touch. I don't know, there's a lot of just small details, man. That stuff adds up for sure.
They can fly now. Great.
Yes, I didn't get this far. Definitely didn't get this far. Oh. Golly. Oh man. I actually winced when that hit me. Oh boy. I guess I thought I dodged it, which I clearly didn't. Try this again. That load time wasn't too bad.
They can fly now. Great.
Oh, geez, he has a lot more life than I... didn't notice that. Just wait for him to throw something again so I can... That health still there, right? Nope. This nerd go. The jerk. Oh, good heavens. So startled. What was that? Oh no. Sweet.
I have a feeling he'll be back. Let's stay focused. The hotline should be past the mailroom.
Where I came in at. This. I don't think I can use these. Yeah, I'm assuming the shatter is like a different like handle or whatever. Okay, so there's the hotline chamber behind me. See anything useful here? Let's go upstairs. This stuff is lit up. I doubt there's anything useful here. Useful as in not really useful, but collectibles because, you know, video games. Wow. Is that a control point? Oh, is that the same? That's just Steam, isn't it? What's that all about?
You're listening to America Overnight, mystifying the airwaves for more than 29 years.
Man, what is... Oh, it is this one. Alright.
This particular room. Now, the manager explained that inside that wooden border that motel beds tend to have? And the body had been there a week, he said. Guests had stayed there, sleeping with the corpse a foot below 'em. They only found the body when housekeepers complained about the smell. Hauntings have been reported in room 47 ever since. I happily took the room. I fell asleep pretty quick, checking under the bed first, of course. No ghosts visited me, no chilly spots or flickering lights. But when I woke up, I found myself under the bed. It was dark and stiflingly hot. Luckily, I was able to push the mattress off and crawl out before I suffocated. The night manager was kind enough to find me another room. There you have it, listeners. What we call ghosts take many forms. Quincy was brave enough to tell his story, and I encourage you to keep calling and writing whenever you encounter something strange, something you can't explain. Maybe you're seeing colors that we have no name for. Maybe your toaster is possessed. Remember, dear listeners, when no one else believes you, we do. America Overnight, we'll be right back.
That's a lot of text to just be there to world building, you know? It's there, but it's not, I can't pick that up. This is where I was headed to, I believe. It's the hotline chamber. That's where I'm actually trying to get to.
Alberto Tomasi, head of comms.
All right,
The
take
Hiss
this down.
got him.
The situation in Cuba has been evaluated by the relevant authorities. The mysterious illness affecting the staff at the U.S. Embassy in Havana was caused by sonic weaponry in the hands of a foreign power. Numerous personnel have damage to the inner ear, but most are expected to make a full recovery. Of course, the event also damaged their cellular walls, but you can't blame that on some stupid noise gun. Thank God no local doctors examined them first. Honestly, what are the odds an altered item would show up inside a U.S. embassy? Talk about good luck, huh? So much easier to... Hey, are you still recording this?
I appreciate to have the, whatever this is taped off.
The hotline can't be far now.
That's weird. Is that... is that the release date for the game? Boy, this game looks really, really, really cool to me.
Ocean View Motel
Love
and
that.
Casino. Dream Logic. The light switch cord. Door marked with the Black Pyramid.
Law of 3 applies. Ritual attunement required. Agent must orient an anchor motel to their personal frequencies, so mind the gap. 2, 3. Sweet.
Have we been here before? No. I've stayed at a lot of roadside motels across the country, on the road, on the run, under the radar. This feels like all of them, like something recognized from a dream.
I see this radio is trying to get me flagged. I guess that's why they have this option. A lot of games have a feature like this. If you go into the audio section now, you can mute the copyrighted music. The first game I saw that had it is Steep, and it made me wonder. It's like, oh, what's that for? And then like every single Tony Hawk stream I've ever had got deleted because I usually play the music because that's part of the fun, isn't it? Look, there's a poster for Miami. If I had an RTX card, I'm pretty sure I could see my reflection on this, but right now it's just kind of like a hint of color. I could turn it on. Let's see how bad the frame rate gets when I turn that shit on. They added support for my video card, which seems like it was a terrible idea. Oh my god. Fucking single digits here. Might as well go all the way, right? It's already not much. Good heavens. Look at that. It ruined everything. This is playable. This is playable. Okay, let's get rid of that stuff. In case you're wondering what kind of computer I have, I'm using a 1060, so yeah, no. It's kind of like how I think I can actually use some of these settings, but I would have to lower the resolution to like 720p or 480p or something. I played that Quake demo, the Quake 2 RTX version, and I had to like drop all the settings or turn all the settings up but lower the resolution so it looked like I was just playing like a old game with really bright lights. If I can open any of these doors here, I doubt it. Second floor, ring the bell.
Hello?
2.
Anyone here?
3. No? Oh, that's so cool.
The key has a black pyramid on it.
I hit that again. Oh, it's just the first 3. Alright, we'll have a key. I'm going to assume I use this now. What? That's so weird. Alright, let's do this challenge and then I'm probably going to stop for now. What is that? Oh my god. That's a gap. That doesn't seem to have any sort of effect there. Maybe I just ignore it? It's just like a steady drain on me. I'm still trying to get to the phone.
It is a phone. It's an object of power. It doesn't connect to any typical network. A direct line to the astral plane and the board. And my hypothesis is, under the right conditions, to other planes of existence as well.
A director needs a team. My management team. These people know the secrets of the Bureau as well as I do. Some even better. Darling, Tomasi, Salvador, Marshall. Marshall especially, my head of operations. She sees right through me. She knows I don't like relying on people. The only person you should fail is yourself. But things change when you become director.
I have it. The hotline. I can reach Trench. Well, listen to him. He feels more like
Holy smokes.
Echo. An echo with important info. I need to get back to Emily. People react strongly when I tell them about you.
I love this. I
Is it
love
too
how
soon to tell Emily? She might be able to help.
it's like a soundproof room, but it's like huge. It's like that chamber that Professor X uses in those X-Men movies. What is it? I want to say it's like Cerberus, but it's not that. I think it's something else. Walk-through metal detector. I do need a walkthrough for the metal detector. All right. Part of me wants to get to a good stopping point, and another part of me is like, I gotta keep going and even know what happens. Holy shit, I just almost killed myself for this idiot. Where's he at? Way back there? Please don't explode. Please don't explode. Please don't explode. Thank you. That's not my fault. That's the stupid thing on his back. I'm an idiot. Sir, this is a business. Sir, this is a Wendy's. You're running around shooting rockets. Come on. Upstairs. Upstairs. Here we go. Did I just make a loop? I did. Go down. Now, I'm pretty sure I just go straight ahead, because this goes back towards the beginning. Probably go through here and then go to that room downstairs. What's here? And so I can fast travel back to the mailroom's where I'm at, so let's go to Central Executive. Service weapon recharges ammunition automatically when not in use. Important. That's not Emily. She is up here. She's the boardroom. That makes sense.
Jesse, did you get the hotline? I mean, how is it out there? The comms, the hiss? Sorry.
I got the hotline. I can make out what Trench is saying now.
Incredible. What did he say?
He talked about his management team. People who knew the Bureau's secrets. Your boss, Darling. Tomasi, but he's gone. He's gone. Salvador?
He's the head of security.
And Marshall?
Helen Marshall is head of operations. She's tough, ex-CIA. She took her Rangers and went to the research sector to secure the HRA production. She hasn't come back.
Someone who could help us. The other sectors. How do I get there?
It's impossible because of the internal lockdown. You can perform a directorial override to lift it, but that can only be done in the maintenance sector. Normally, you take the sector elevator down there. It connects all the sectors, but it won't work while the lockdown is in effect.
We already got past one lockdown.
Maybe I can find a way.
Jesse, look, with no prep, no training, in this extreme situation, you are doing phenomenally well. And all that and the hiss can't seem to affect you. I mean, I would love to run some tests on you. If you agree.
So fucking cool.
We could find out something that would help us.
Tests? I don't know. She might find out about you. But I wouldn't mind understanding more myself.
Okay. If you think it will help.
Great. I'll check the internal documentation for any lockdown bypasses. We need to get these sectors open to locate Darling and Marshall.
And I'll look for a way inside the maintenance sector. The sooner we find one, the sooner I reach this override.
I need to look up what's up with these textures, because they're in the cutscenes, but they're not loaded all the way. They seem to load inconsistently. Like, it'll load a ton of them, and then some of them won't be in. You see, now it's all peachy. Now her eyebrows are back. The hell is this? Ah, maintenance. Oh my goodness. Oh, these are the videos, okay. I can deconstruct some of these, but I don't really know. I'm sure later on I get the ability to upgrade. Oh, look, these things are rated as common, so these are drops with different... Okay. Okay. Alright, well, I'm gonna stop here because this seems like it could go on for a long time. But I will catch you later. Peace.